Now, one thing I want you to know is when you find yourself locked up, you can't force somebody to do business with you. And trying to come at somebody all aggressively, like with a put down, or act like you're gonna just make them do a deal with you, or make them sell you something, gonna get your ass hurt. For this video here, I'm gonna be talking about how an inmate got beat down with broomsticks, all because he was upset and wanted to fight an individual who would not sell him a $2 piece of a cigarette. I'm the best, finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga, yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitches with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2, cause violent first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. K for All TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and also make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, man. If this is your first time tuning in over here on K for All TV, man, almost everything I talk about over here is either jail or prison related. I want people to know what truly happens to people behind them walls. I want people to know what to expect if you find yourself locked up and away from the ones that truly love you. So for this video here, I'm going to be talking about something that happened to an individual who thought he can, you know, put down on somebody into selling him something. Now, before I get into the actual story, I will break it down a little bit more to let you know what I mean. You know, when you find yourself locked up, you know, you got people who walk around with their chest out. You know, everybody thinks they the alpha. Everybody wants to be bigger and badder than the next bigger or badder person. You know what I'm saying? And you got people in there that just can't accept the word no, you know, as an answer. You know, they will not accept that you say no, or they won't accept if you tell them I can't. You know, they feel like what they want is what they're going to get. And some people will, you know, go above and beyond, stab, hurt people just to get what they have. You understand? And it isn't really because it's, you know, recommended or it's guaranteed or you're supposed to sell them something or give it to them. You know, it's because they want what you have. Due to the simple fact that you have it and they don't, makes it seem like it's worth a whole lot more. Or if it's something you have that you do not want to get rid of, you do not want to sell, you do not want to swap, you do not want to do an exchange for, they're going to want it even more. It's going to drive people, you know, up the wall and insane, and they're going to be more eager to get it from you. You understand? So you'll find yourself coming across people who just can't accept the word no. All right. For this story here, there was an inmate in there that he wanted to buy a $2 chub, which is literally you have a cigarette, you break the filter off. You know, normally they come in without the filter anyways. So it's like this, and then you can break it into 5 $2 chubs. You know what I'm saying? You like that. That's $2, $4, $6, $8, $10. You know what I'm saying? And you got dollar hollows, which is a half of one of those, right? Now, this inmate wanted, like I said, this other inmate to sell him a $2 chub, which, you know, he wanted to smoke, whether it was the mix with his Tunchi, which is the K2 stuff that everybody be smoking in there, or whether he just, you know, felt like smoking a cigarette. But the other inmate told him no. He didn't want to sell him the $2 chub. Why? Who knows? You know, my opinion is you don't have to tell somebody why, you know, you don't want to sell it to them. You understand? If they know you got it and you're like, oh yeah, bro, you know, I got 20 of them left, but I ain't selling you any, you know, or they know that you're purposely not wanting to sell it to them, then I can understand somebody feeling some type of way, you know, because then it's personal. You're personally trying me by not selling it to me because you have them for sale, but since it's me, you acting like my $2 is no good. So that could kind of, you know, I understand that, you know, but if somebody just tells you no, and you don't know why they're telling you no, you don't know if maybe they don't have any, or maybe they do got some, but somebody else already claimed them. Somebody may already paid up front, and now they're just waiting to see them so they can give them their other part of the deal. They probably already got the money from that individual who already claimed them. You never know what it is. You get what I'm saying? Now, this inmate took it amongst himself, since the other inmate didn't want to sell him this piece of the cigarette, he took it amongst himself to where he wanted to try that inmate. He wanted to fight that inmate. He wanted to call him out. You know what I'm saying? So when he stepped to him and he was basically like, okay, so you ain't finna sell me no cigarette, then fuck it. You might as well catch the wall. Tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Now, the person who he's saying this to,
he was like, I want to say, not the youngest in the dorm, but he was a jit, you know what I'm saying? His nickname was Jit, you know, so that tells it all, you feel me? But he kind of like, we felt like as a whole in the dorm that he was picking faces, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't just go at somebody and want to fade them now just because they don't want to do business with you, you know? Some people just don't want to do business, you know? At the end of the day, it is what it is. But that same person don't owe you an explanation on why they don't want to do business, why they won't sell you one. You know what I'm saying? So he took it amongst himself to want to, tell Jit, tighten up, catch the wall, I'll beat your ass. He started trying him. And Jit was like, man, listen, man, you better go somewhere, find you somebody to play with. So the dude felt tried by him saying that, so he shoved Jit. Now, when he shoved Jit, a couple other dudes jumped up and went to try to rush this guy. And of course, people in the dorm break it up before anything goes down, right? And, everything got stopped. People break it down. What you getting involved for? Oh, this ain't got shit to do with you. Mind your business, yada, yada, yada. In all reality, yeah, it might not have nothing to do with them, in particular to them. But people got friends. People got homeboys. And people don't like people who try to bully, or people don't like people who pick faces. See, you might not be a bully. You might be someone that just picks your battles. You understand? So these other inmates felt like he was picking faces. Like, try one of us like that. Why you gonna try Jit like that? You feel me? He don't want to sell you no cigarettes, then your ass ain't getting no cigarettes. Charge it to the game. You ain't finna sit here and bring heat to the dorm, cause attention, and ruin everybody's hustle or what's going on. Risk a shakedown, all because little bro won't sell you no cigarette. You feel me? It is what it is at the end of the day, Just because he ain't gonna tell you his reason of not selling you a cigarette, which nobody really knows. He may have not had any, or he may have been waiting on his re-up, or you never know what it is. But I'm real big on, I feel like you shouldn't have to explain to somebody. You tell them nah, then it's a nah. You feel me? No means no. So, of course, the guy who didn't get the cigarette sold to him, like I said, he felt some type of way, so he was going back and forth now with the individuals who he was saying it ain't got shit to do with you. So they're like, listen, man, we're going to spare you. We're going to give your ass one time to shut the fuck up, or we're going to just get you up out of here. That's simple. You either take it or you run with it. So, he knew them boys wasn't playing. I knew they weren't playing because I see these dudes together every day, making money together, walking across the compound together, sitting and eating together at chow. When they go to the school building, they're together. When it's a chapel call out or something that has to do with classification, something in church, fucking the rec yard, no matter where it is, they're together. So you kind of already know who's with what squad. So if you were really paying attention, which I knew it was, who was a part of what group. So I'm pretty sure this guy knew too. You would know if you try him, you're trying them. And that's how a lot of people look at it. I'm the same way. If I'm kicking it with somebody every single day and you decide to try to muscle this dude or try him like he's soft or pie, I'm going to have no choice but kind of like to get involved, because you trying him makes my circle look weak. You feel me? Especially if I just sit there and I'm looking at you talk to him like that, and then I'm like, what are you going to do about it? Nah, it's kind of like, man, watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You dissing someone that's with me every day means you ain't even worried about me. You don't even think I'm a threat. If you think he's like that, how am I supposed to know how you look at me? You feel me? Because if you look at him like he's soft or he's scary, a bitch, but I'm with him all the time, you're basically calling me the same thing. Birds of feather flock together, you know what I'm saying? So these two dudes that were saying the shit to him kind of wanted him to just go on about his business, charge that shit to the game. He could not shut up though. He kept talking, kept running his mouth. He walked a little farther away from the situation, but he kept talking out loud, trying to show out for people that was in the dorm. So the boys said, you know what, don't even worry about it. They said, you know what, don't even worry about it. That's what they kept saying, don't even worry about it. I dare your ass to go to chow. I dare your ass to go to chow. And now, anybody that gets told that is going to feel like, bitch, I'm going to chow. It's going to make you want to go to chow even more now. So he kind of, had to step up to the plate. It's like, you're doing all this talking and rah-rah, now it's time to show up. You feel me? So, comes time for chow. He knows them boys are going to jump him. Obviously, there's 3 or 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? Jit and like 2 or 3 of his homeboys. Obviously, they're going to jump him. He knows this. But they told his ass, we dare you to go to chow. And when they first said that, I thought it was because there's a lot of blind spots on the way to chow. Because look at it like this. Prison in Florida, we don't really have that many permanent camps, like private permanent camps, I should say. We got a lot of just permanent institutions. But as far as like a private camp, which has like everything's in-housed, like when you go to chow, you're in a hallway walking in a building to the chow area, or chow gets brought to you, or Rex inside, or if you go to school, everything's like in a building. You know, we only have a handful of, you know, private institutions that are like that. Majority of our camps are like a college campus. And when you got to go to chow or anywhere, your ass got to walk across the compound. You know, you go outside and you got to mob across the pound. So there's a lot of blind spots, a lot of areas where your ass can get caught and people can beat you down or wet you up or whatever it is. You feel me? So when them boys told him, dare you to go to chow, all rip, I knew they were trying to catch him in a blind spot. That's letting him know we gonna catch your ass when these cameras ain't looking, because at this time they added cameras to our prisons. When I first got there, we didn't have cameras, but now they have them to where it shows the whole dorm, where you could see everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't see in cells, but it shows all the cell doors, or if it's open bay, it shows it all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, bro, finna go to chow now, all that huffing and puffing and shit. You know what I'm saying? All that rah-rah he was doing, you feel me? He gonna go to chow now. But he tried to use it as an excuse, you know, to not go to chow, which was a reverse psychology that they did to him anyways. But he kind of used it as an excuse that they were going to jump him, so he didn't want to go to chow. So then he didn't go to chow. So that's a first step of scariness, weakness right there, because it shows you're letting these individuals not allow you to eat tonight. You feel me? Me, if I was in some beef, I don't give a damn what the beef is. If I'm hungry, I'm going to chow. You understand? If someone's making it seem like they're the reason I'm not going to chow, or yes, I dare you to go to chow, I have to go to chow. You get what I'm saying? Because now I'm letting you, you know, little boy me if I don't. You feel me? So even if I wasn't hungry, I still would have did a real walkthrough. You know what I'm saying? I still would have went there, walked up, got my tray, boom, came in there, gave my tray away, and still just to show like what? You feel me? I mean, of course I would have strapped up if it was like a threat being thrown at me, you know, but him instead, he didn't do that. Instead, he stayed back. He didn't go to chow. But really, like I said, it was reverse psychology, because them boys didn't go to chow either. So now you made it to where all the witnesses, everybody that had these two eyes now to see what goes on, majority of them done went to chow, because now everybody in the dorm was waiting to see it. A lot of people are nosy. Everybody's going to want to watch it. So now damn near the whole dorm done flushed out. Just a handful, a couple people. You know what I'm saying? Didn't go to chow. Them same individuals, including myself, ended up being in the dorm when it went down. So when he thought everything was straight, he thought everybody went to chow, he thought nothing was going to happen to him because he didn't, you know, listen to what they say and go to chow. Next thing you know, I hear a big old snap noise. So when I heard a snap noise, I'm like, oh shit. I remember I had my headphones in, but I had one hanging right here, you know, and was listening to music. When I heard that shit go snap, I'm like, oh shit, I took this one out, now I got them both hanging right here. I'm like, oh, something finna go down. I already know what time it is. And I peeped game that one of Jit's homeboys was going in the open bay bathroom. So when I peeped, I'm like, all right, something finna go down. And once you hear that snap, you already know what it is. Them boys are in there breaking the broom down. So next thing you know, I'm thinking that maybe just one person's gonna, like, you know, do something with the broom and call it a day. Next thing you know, them boys were crashing. Them boys came walking out of that open bay bathroom. They broke that broom down into 3 parts. You know what I'm saying? Picture a long wooden broom, and they broke it into like 3. It looked like the shit that one of the Ninja Turtles be holding. Looked like, or, you know, just looked like 2 sticks that they could hold in their hands. You know what I'm saying? And they came out there. They were 4 deep. They broke the broom down into 3 like that. Everybody had a piece except for Jit. Jit didn't even need a piece of the broom. They came out there, and when I tell you that this individual went to trying to holler and like, hey man, so what y'all? Them boys came out there to wreck shop on camera and everything. They came in that open bay. They surrounded him. He tried to like back up into like his bunk area in between 2 bunk beds. 2 of them came this way. He tried to go under the bunk that way. One of them swung. Once he got hit the first time, he tried to fight and lock up with the first one. Them boys went to smacking him right in the back of the head. Smack, 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 smack. And I'm talking about they were beating him so bad that I seen the blood skeet. It was skeeting. Like it was literally going like the back of his skull where he was getting split at was skeeting out blood. It was literally going like, you know, squirting. You feel me? And he tried, you know, he acted like he was going to fight by, you know, attacking the first one. But once he realized that blood was going across the person's bunk to the left. Once he seen the blood and he knew he was getting hit, and I seen his leg like lose all feeling. Like when he got hit one good time, his whole, like, you could tell it was supposed to be a knockout. And he was still standing, but the next thing you know, that boy tried to get missing, and they were just beating him. They grabbed his shirt when he tried to run, tore his whole shirt. His shirt was torn, there was blood everywhere, and they got him on the ground, started beating his ass. Next thing you know, the guards come in there. Guards come in there and everything, and the guards pull out their little mace, tell the boys to put down the broom, everything like that. One of them, out of all the other ones, a couple of them complied and everything like that, but one other one, he wasn't complying. He was like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker, and he was hitting him. This dude wasn't even fucking moving now. He was already, they done beat that boy so bad to where they eventually, they had to jump on him. The guards had to jump on him and force him down, which is rare because normally they don't do that. You feel me? And I was pissed about the situation a little bit, not the little ass whooping and everything that they did to him, but I was pissed because the police, they popped a can to try to make the last dude drop his part of the broomstick. So when they popped the can and they sprayed, that shit had me coughing. You know, because whether you're the one that gets hit directly or you're just somebody that's in the vicinity of it, you're going to feel it. It's going to go up in your, you know, your windpipe, and you're going to be coughing and gagging. It's going to make you cough. There's nothing you can really do about it. So I'm like, damn, like I got to see this action firsthand, you know, front row seats to this motherfucking event, you know, but that shit was in my sinuses, boy. It got me because it wasn't that far from my bunk. You know, like they were fighting, like, picture is shaped like this and you got bunks all along the wall. You know, they were fighting like right here. Mine was like right here. So it was probably like, I'd say maybe 6 bunks over, but it was right around the corner of the wall. So like, you know, I'm on this wall right here. They're on that wall that goes that way. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I still ended up getting, you know, damage due to the spray, which that shit always sucks. Then they pull us all that are in there and ask us what we see if we're gonna tell for the guy who got his ass whooped, or if we're gonna stick up for the individuals who did the ass whooping. And I just said, oh, I wasn't really paying attention. I was writing a letter. You know what I'm saying? This and that. And they were like, writing a letter when this is going on. I said, man, my girl broke up with me, man. That's way more important than whatever these dudes got going on. Feel me? I just didn't know what to say. But they beat that dude so bad, they took that boy out on a stretcher. And what was crazy is when the police, the guards, when they were done moving everybody, me looking at the blood, man, that blood was so dark, it looked black. Like it was like a burgundy, like a purple. You know, like if they hit an artery or some shit. I don't know if you got arteries in your head, but that boy's shit was leaking. And when they took him out on the stretcher and I just was sitting back looking, it looked like something you would see like in a scene of a movie. You know, like I'm looking and I see a couple of the parts of the broom. A couple of them are banged in. You know, there's blood all on them. You see blood drops. You see squirt marks all over the fucking bed. You know, and I'm just looking. I'm like, damn. And they come in with the guards. And they have a couple orderlies, which are other inmates. And the boys had to put gloves on and pick all that shit up. But the reason I knew it was real bad and he really got beat down is this is like one of the first times, I want to say, that I seen them pull cameras out, the guards. And they took pictures of the broomsticks and everything and stuff like that. I never really seen them pull out, you know, pictures that take the actual photos, you know. So I knew, like, damn, they slumped that boy or something. Like he got dealt with, you know what I'm saying? And the moral of the whole thing was because he was upset and tried to fight someone because they would not sell him a $2 piece of a cigarette. You see, so the whole meaning of this story is for people out there who think they're tough, who think they're bad, who think they can't be beat, they can't be stopped, that think they could pressure someone, put down on someone, force someone to do something, give them something, sell them something. I want you to, you know, use this video as a wake-up call and just know, if somebody can't beat your head up, they won't even need to in prison, because they gonna have backup. They gonna have friends. They gonna have brothers, gang brothers, whatever it is, and weapons. So it's kind of like if you're used to forcing people, or you're used to being like a put down man or trying to muscle some shit, you might get away with it in some institutions. You know, not every institution is the same, but it'll catch up to you. You know what I'm saying? You might get away with it 1,000 times, you know, before it actually catches up to you. Or you might not get away with it and it catch up to you the very first time you try it. You see? So the whole meaning of this story is, don't try to be a pushover. Don't try to pick faces if you find yourself locked up. Don't ever think somebody has to sell you something or has to do business with you. You feel me? If they don't want to do business with you, don't look at it like, oh, what, my $2 ain't good enough? Be like, good, fuck it. I don't know what I was thinking. You ain't worth my $2. You see? Flip the script in your mind. Make it look like shit. I'm glad I ain't do business with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. Let them, you know, burn their face and you know, dirt their face and burn their bridge. Shit, don't take it to heart unless they specifically call you out of your name and tell you your $2 ain't good enough for them, or I ain't selling it to you because such and such. If you feel tried, then that's different. But don't ever try to fight somebody not knowing how far someone's willing to go, or how far people who ain't even the exact source you're going through with. You don't even know how far they're willing to take it. You get what I'm saying? And you got to always know it's the moral a lot. You know what I'm saying? And the principle. You get what I'm saying? So when somebody does something or somebody says something, you know, it depends what it is. It could be something so simple in your mind. Something simple like, oh yeah, I'm mad because he won't sell me a cigarette. He's selling a cigarette. Makes you think you're right. You have a reason to press him. You get what I'm saying? But the other dudes who ain't even involved are getting involved. Really, it's the principle. They're getting involved because you're picking faces. You feel me? They feel like you're picking faces by going at their homeboy like that. You see? So take this video right here, you know, with a grain of salt and kind of try to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Try to understand that you never know how far someone's willing to take that shit. All because the way you reacted when really they were probably wrong for not wanting to do business with you. You know what I'm saying? Or went about it the wrong way. But you still went about it the wrong way by addressing that. You see what I'm saying? And then look at the outcome. You see? I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be one of these inmates that got beat down by 4 dudes. 3 had a part of a broomstick. You see what I'm saying? Like, all because I'm upset because Buddy wanted to sell me nothing. Think about it, shit. You just saved me my money by me not spending with you. So why would I be upset? You know? And prison's one of them places where there ain't just one source. There's multiple of them. So it's like if he's got them, there's got to be somebody else that has them. You feel me? That's just how it goes. You feel me? I would have just took my business elsewhere. And next thing you know, I would have powered up and let them boys see how I still got it without them. Next thing you know, they'll see how much I'm spending, or how many I'm selling, or how much I get them for, and how much I sell them for. Next thing you know, I'm selling them shits for cheaper than they sell them. And then boom, next thing you know, they want to try to do business now. Nah, I'm good. You feel me? You got to turn that shit around on them. Or you end up like this dude. You feel me? Now, if you're somebody that's been locked up before and you've seen somebody get beat up with a broomstick, drop it in the comment section. Have you ever hit somebody with a broomstick? Y'all know how it is when that shit goes smack. You know, when you gotta break that shit. I'll tell you one thing about them broomsticks. Them shits is undefeated. Literally. They're undefeated. Man, I'm talking about, I've never seen somebody whoop the broomstick. The broomstick's always known for whooping. Never getting whooped. You feel me? So be careful, because if you find yourself locked up, that is a thing that a lot of people go to. That's why in confinement, a lot of the camps I went to down here in Florida, when you're in prison in the box and you got to clean your cell, they only give you the brush end, the straw part. You know, they don't give you the stick. Literally, they just give you the part with the straw, the yellow straws. They stick it through the flap. It's like this big. Or it might have like a part of the stick about this big on it. You know what I'm saying? And then the brush. That's it. You got to bend over and you got to, you know, in order to sweep your shit. They never give you the whole stick, because then you could just turn around and start beating your bunkie. And when you're in confinement, the guards are not allowed to enter your cell unless you got your arms restrained behind your back, cuffed. So you could just start whooping your bunkie, and they got to stand out there and gas you until you calm down and decide to cuff up. See, that's how it goes. So it's like, just be prepared, you know, to meet the broom or use the broom. Don't forget that the broom is there to be used. You know, a lot of institutions you go to, you might have to sign a sheet just to use the broom. You feel me? So that way they know which inmate had the broom last. You know, you might go to a place where they don't allow the broom just sitting there in the open. You got to actually get it from the guard, and he makes you sign a piece of paper with your name and DC number on it. So that way they know who signed it out. If anything happens with it, you're the one that gets in trouble. So if I sign it out my name, then I give it to him over here, and he cracks this dude's head open, how did he get the broom in the first place when he didn't sign it? It falls on me too, because I'm the one that signed it out. You see? That's how it is. So I want to come on here, share this video with y'all, get y'all's input about it, and let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think the dude was wrong for not selling him the cigarettes? Or do you think the dude was wrong for pressing him and wanting to fight him and challenge him to a physical altercation, all because he didn't get to buy the shit from him? You see? So I feel like, you know, ups and downs, however it is, I just know the solution, how it went. They whooped that boy's ass. You see what I'm saying? And it was a blood scene. But that's all I got for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all make sure you let me know what y'all think. Have y'all ever been around this type of situation? Have you ever been one of them lucky people that got to split someone with the broom, or you ever been one of them less fortunate ones that got popped with the broom? If so, drop it in the comments, man, and let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only, I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though, cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.